Hello and welcome to another episode of Rico'S Rants. I'm your host, Rico DiGiorgio. And here's Dino. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry. Look at me all. He's like, look at him. Look how pissed he is. He's just like, I was asleep. Alright. To go back to the previous fucking videos that I was doing recently, let's talk about Peter Pan, Return to Neverland, and I'm kind of conflicted because I really kind of expected to hate this movie, and I kind of don't hate it. Um, it's definitely a kids movie, but it's got better quality than I expected of a what I presumed was a direct-to-DVD Disney film, and a lot of those are usually really poor animation. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Sorry. Usually those are poor animation. I'm looking at you, Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, whatever the fuck. Whoever did your work. No. Um, but the animation for this was actually legit good. I'd almost say it was better, fresher, cleaner than the original 1960 version. I do have some complaints. That's first off. Let me talk about what I liked. I actually kind of liked the story. I liked the World War One aspect to it. I did like. I did find interesting that, spoiler, Wendy grew up, and her daughter is a total like grew up in World War grew up because she had to, because her father had to go off and fight in the war. So she was like, she took on all this responsibility. So she like just basically said, "Fuck my childhood. I have shit to do." I mean, that's pretty poignant that the daughter of Wendy would grow up really early. But she was still listening to the same stories, of Peter Pan and Hook and Lost Boys and all that shit. She loved the story. She wanted to be the first lost girl. But then she grew up. Um, okay, what else did I like? I mean, I did like the story. The story and the animation was very well done. The some of the voice actors were good. Some of them were not. Um, because I had seen the old school Peter Pan recently. This is very fresh in my mind, so I know the voices. I know continuity, and continuity is a big thing for me when it comes to making a sequel or a sequel or a prequel. They have got to get that shit right. If it's not, it bugs me. Corey Burton, I think, is the actor who took over for Captain Hook. It was okay. His Captain Hook was not. There was some graveliness in the original that I preferred. It was just basically for me. No disrespect to Curry Burton, who is a great voice actor, but it was just an imitation. It wasn't even a very good one for me. The kid who played Peter Pan actually did a really good job. He had the same kind of voice and spark as the original voice actor, and I'm blanking on the name. I'm blanking on a lot of the names. Um, Whoever did Smee just didn't have the droopy dog. I'm so happy right now voice. Like, didn't sound like Winnie the Pooh. It didn't. It was okay. It just wasn't. It didn't have the voice like this. Yes, Captain. Yes, it didn't. It didn't. And I'm not even doing a good job, but it just, yeah, Tino didn't like it either. It just wasn't very good. And whoever did, like, one of the cub Lost Boy, he sounds like this, but in this one he just sounds like a normal boy, and you're like, ah. And I know I was like, as I watched it, I recognized the fucking voice. I'm like, that's Spencer Breslin. That's Abigail Breslin's older brother. And he was like heavily into Disney like contracts and shit. They kept putting him in like the off sequels and shit like that. And he was in like the fucking third Santa Claus or something. So they were putting him in a lot of stuff, and he just wasn't the right voice for it. He would have been fun as another Lost Boy, another light-hearted, a light voice Lost Boy, but not Cubby, who sounds like this. Yeah. Anyways, I am glad they did not fucking put the Indians in this, because that shit just just needs to stop. There should not be any more Indians in any more adaptations of Peter Pan. It's done. It's over. It's offensive. It's wrong. And I think like there was a lot of backlash from the original, which is why they didn't include it in this one. Good for you. Good for not doing that. One more thing. I missed the fucking crocodile. I missed TikTok the Croc. They replaced it with this giant octopus, so I guess it'd be TikTok the Oct. I did like they had a little homage where its eyes were boom. It was like sort of a sucking sound, and its tentacles were like doing this in the tune of the TikToking. I would have liked to have known how the fuck Hook killed the fucking crocodile. That would have been nice. Or if the crocodile... I mean, I was kind of hoping the crocodile was going to come back. My big beef that I didn't like, and you know, who the fuck is going to watch this, is so I might spoil it, is that Peter learns, like, a good deal of lessons in this one. Like, life lessons where you would actually have to grow up learning. Which sort of defeats the purpose of the character that he... Apart from Hook, which, if you know me, I fucking love, defeats the purpose of Peter Pan, is that he doesn't grow up. So any lesson, anything he learns, is supposed to make him more mature, makes him less of a little boy who always wants to have fun. It just seems like they didn't kind of remember the literary source, I guess. But honestly, I was surprised. I liked it more than I thought. Will I ever have to see it? Will I ever want to watch it again? No. It was fine. But that's it. On that note, I have a new... I'll make an announcement. I'll make a second video after this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share.